So some of you may have noticed that there's a problem with YouTube today. And I'm not just talking about, oh, YouTube should listen to its creators more, oh, they should do XYZ differently. I am talking about a fundamental problem with the website itself. And this isn't just about me. I'm not making this video because I think that I'm being unfairly treated in any way, shape, or form. And if anything, I'm in a really good position, but this is affecting a lot of people, and I think the reason for it needs to be brought into light. Now, if you were paying attention to YouTube, you probably noticed that last Tuesday on October 16th, the website went down. Worldwide, for 2 hours, it went down, which has never really happened in YouTube before, and a lot of people wanted to know why, but I have a sneaking suspicion that I know exactly why. And it all comes down to one culprit: Google+. And I'm not just using Google+ as a scapegoat, and it's easy to do that because it's a terrible thing that was forced on all of YouTube for no particular reason other than Google wanted to. To give you a little history on Google+ and why it's so deeply ingrained in YouTube, you have to go back to 2014 when Google decided that it was going to be mandatory for creators on YouTube to get a Google+ account. You had to tie your YouTube channel in to Google+ no matter what. It didn't matter if the service was good or that they cared about natural growth. They wanted to force it down people's throats so that they could have a Facebook competitor. Now, this isn't about the morals of Google+ being integrated into YouTube. That's not what this video is about, and frankly, I'm not the best to even argue about that. I'm telling you this to emphasize how deep this really went, to see how much of YouTube had Google+ embedded inside of it. It came down to every single programmer being incentivized to integrate Google+ as much as they could. They had bonuses implemented into Google+ so that programs would be rewarded the more they were able to force it into YouTube's code. And with that in mind, that leads into today. Because before the crash on YouTube, on October 8th, I believe, it was announced that Google+ was shutting down completely because of some embarrassing privacy leaks. Google didn't want to be exposed to regulations, so they shut it down completely to try to avoid any fanfare about it. And in doing so, they have fundamentally crippled YouTube. So Google+ isn't dead yet, but it started the process of shutting down. As they're shutting down Google+, it is breaking more and more things inside of YouTube. And these things are still broken, and they're getting worse. Now it's almost a meme at this point that people are like, my videos aren't going out to sub boxes, but now it's actually a problem. Across the board, a lot of YouTubers are seeing a 30 to 40% dip in the number of initial viewers and prolonged viewers. Suggested videos aren't working properly, people aren't getting their notifications properly. There's a lot of different recipes that are causing problems. It's not enough that it's completely broken, but it's enough to create a noticeable difference and an impact on the bottom line of a lot of YouTubers. Just to show you how deep this actually goes, if I go into my channel here, if this is basically my channel, the back end of my creator studio where I manage all my videos. There are certain pages in here that just don't actually work. If I click on these pages in here, some of them take up to a minute to load, some don't load at all, they just break. And I've told them about this and they still haven't gotten back to me. And I think the reason is because they don't know how to fix it. And I think that's the main problem with YouTube right now. The problem is so big because Google+ was so deeply integrated into YouTube, they have no idea how to separate it out at this point. So here's my guess in what happened. They pushed a code change on Tuesday that caused all of YouTube to crash. They reverted the change, and now they're trying to analyze exactly what happened, and because it's so big, they're going to be very slow about it. And the worst thing about it is that this wouldn't be nearly as big a problem if YouTube actually communicated that there was a problem. You can't just pretend that there's nothing wrong on the platform. For people like me, those who are high up on the platform, I don't really have a problem with it because I can weather these issues month to month. But there's a lot of creators out there that can't, that really rely on this on a day-to-day basis. And as much as this is a fun job to have, as much as it's cool to entertain people, there are people that now rely on this, rely on the consistency of it. The sad truth is that we are called partners with YouTube, but we're not partners. We're less than employees. YouTube doesn't actually care about its creators. And I'm not saying that in a very oh, the world's ending, YouTube doesn't care about us. They legitimately don't because they can't. Or at least they don't have the system in place to do so. They can want it, They can hope for it, but until they put the system in place that actually gives benefit towards its creators, nothing's going to change. People are still going to suffer. There's still going to be this negative attitude towards YouTube because they rely on code and algorithm as opposed to real people interacting with the real people who are making content on this platform. And until they treat the humans that are making the content with humans that are supporting the content, it'll never work. I might be wrong about the specific reason, but that doesn't change the fact that there is a problem with YouTube. And it doesn't change the fact that YouTube won't tell us that there's a problem. If YouTube is going to be a place where creators can thrive and people can make whatever content they want, then you got to start treating us like people. All of us. If we really matter, show us that we matter. And even for someone like me, who gets preferential treatment on these things, I'm still kept in the dark about it. I have to tell them about the problems with their own platform that they refuse to respond to me about. And if they treat me this way, what do they do to people that have less subscribers than me? It's not okay. It's really, honestly, truly not okay. They shoved Google Plus down the throats of everybody on this platform, and now people are suffering from it because they don't see this platform as a place for creativity to thrive. They see it as a tool to push their agenda. And that's fine. They own it. It's their right. But we help build it. So anyway, let me know down in the comments if you've seen other issues with the platform, if you've seen other issues on YouTube. Try to keep it not so much about the morals of it and try to keep it down to the technical issues that are happening right now. We've got technical problems that need technical answers. Communication is an issue, and hopefully that'll get fixed soon. But for right now, let's try to fix a problem. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.